Oh, he's 70% from free throw line. All right.
Made it.
Yeah. Shit.
Damn.
Well, I mean, till you like look at a game like this, right? And you think, we executed well in the first quarter, and the fourth quarter, while it was slow, it was poor. Like, we got some work to do in that second and third quarter. What are you seeing,
Yeah.
Dave?
Man, I'm just looking. We're pretty much at the end of the game right now, but I'm just looking at the guys and the stats because to me, like, there's a lot of strange things that happened. Like, first of all, Chet went 1 for 5 on 3-pointers, and he wasn't like he was like guarded at all. I mean, they're wide open
That was
threes.
ESPN's fault for that stupid article they wrote.
Yeah, so they're all messing with his head. But with that being said, he still had 19 points. He had 2 blocks. He had 1 steal, 3 assists, and 11 rebounds. One thing I want to say here is that we had 13 turnovers in the midway through the third quarter, right? We ended up with only 2 more turnovers. So we ended up with 15 turnovers in the game. That's the only reason we were in the game at the end there. We took care of the ball there. Our bench, I mean, they did well. We scored 23 points from our bench, 25 points from our bench. But that's just not what we needed to see from some of these guys. Isaiah Joe shot 2 for 7 from 3-point range. Osman Jang shot 0 for 3 from 3-point range. Dort, he shot 50% tonight from 3-point range, and that's the only guy that shot that well because everybody else shot 1 for 5, 1 for 4, 0 for 5, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 1. I mean, it was just a bad shooting night. We shot 20% from 3-point range, and yet we only lost by 4. Only lost by 4. Shooting 20% from 3-point range. Free throws, I felt like we got ripped off again. I mean, I don't know how else to say this to refs and stuff like that, but we shot 25 free throws on the night, and I felt like they only called a fraction of what we got fouls out there. Pretty even. They got 4 more free throws than we did, and that was the difference in the game. That is what it is, man. So I feel like we did a good job. We could have done better. Someone said the second chance points, but the reality is there's 21 offensive boards for them when we only had 6. That's plus 15 for them, and that's unacceptable. So absolutely second chance points.
But with all that said, we still were in it, and we had a chance with Shea shooting that 3, step back 3. I mean, wasn't the shot we wanted, but we still had a chance there to take the lead.
We had a chance. Plus, we could have got that long rebound. Like I say, when you have those 3-pointers, you just go anywhere. We could have, tied it up at least. So, yeah, we disappointing loss. I was hoping we could win this thing.
Sure.
Give us a little confidence for Friday. Friday's going to be a big game, though.
It is.
But it was 48 minutes of basketball. I say this. Time I was like, if you have a chance then like that was a good game. Like you win every game, but in the end, with a couple seconds left, we had a shot to take the lead. So we didn't get it done, and a lot of that goes to the other phases of the game that we didn't execute on, but we played that well enough where we had a chance, and we can all build off of that.
Well, I think Dave said in the second quarter, I think we were shooting too fast. I think it was too fast of a pace when we had the 22-point lead. We were just going down there, jacking it up from 3-point land. And, like I said, we could have maybe went to the basket a little bit more in the second quarter. Maybe is the only thing I see.
Dave, you were right. Like, we weren't hitting the paint.
No. It's a successful play that what we're doing is getting into the lane. If we're not getting into the lane, then we're getting on the outskirts of the lane, and that's still, in my book, successful. But when we're not getting into that lane and we're not passing the ball with fluidity, it's over. Like, this team just crunches up, and coach sees it, we see it. It's something that needs to happen throughout the game. And as we're getting more in pace of what's happening, I'm not worried about these early games. For me, I'm looking at it and saying, staying above 500, for the first month, is all we need to do, because after that we can just go over and take over, because that's when things start working together and players start realizing what they can do. You said it the best, Mark. When Chet and Shea realize that they're the best 2 players on the floor and everybody else is playing around them, that's when this team is going to be maximizing their potential. So that's what we need to do.
Dude, Unc, thank you for joining us. Dave, as always, fun. Chat, you guys make this worth everything. It's amazing to hang out with you every game. Can't wait for the next one, Friday night. And we'll see you then.
All right, guys, take it easy. Nice talking to you guys.